A question people ask me all the time is, where can I find local food with a beach setting here on the island? The truth is, 10 minutes from the San Juan airport and only 20 minutes from Old San Juan lies this tropical, sandy paradise oasis called Piñones. There's a bike shop. You can rent bicycles for $10 an hour here. So we're going to do just that. We're going to jump on a bicycle, cruise up and down this wooden boardwalk and explore the coast while trying some culinary delights here, some amazing local street food. And I'm going to show you the 5 favorite foods of mine that you're going to want to try when you explore Piñones. So I was recently at the Walgreens in Dorado, and in the bookshelf I noticed this, and it was Fodors, Puerto Rico. So I thought, well, I'm going to thumb through it and just see what it has. And yeah, to my surprise, I flipped to Piñones, which I've been to Piñones many times. It's an amazing place for some local food and also live music, and everywhere you go here, it's just like this amazing island vibe. So I flipped to the page on Piñones, and it says, Funky Piñones is more than just a collection of open-air seaside eateries. Sand floor, barefoot patrons, and tantalizing seafood traditionally washed down with icy beer have made it popular with locals, especially on weekends. Chilled agua de coco is served right from the coconut. During the day, you can rent a bike and follow the marked seaside trail that meanders 7 miles through the mangrove forest and along the northern coastline. It takes about 2 hours to bike from one end and back, but allows some time to stop and take pictures, grab something to eat, and explore scenic beach areas. And that, my friends, is exactly what we're going to do. So the first thing this book mentions is the boardwalk and the ability to rent a bicycle here to explore this area. And it says, this area's outdoor attraction is a bike path that follows swaying coconut palms on a quiet, breezy stretch, sometimes crossing the main roadway, but mostly running parallel to it. Along most of its 7 miles, it's a wooden boardwalk for bicycles. Check. Bikes can be rented at the Copi Cultural and Ecotouristic Center of Piñones. Bicycle rentals are $10 per hour for adults. Also, they rent kayaks for $15 an hour. So let's start there. Let's go rent some bikes and explore this amazing town of Piñones. So renting the bike was easy, actually. You just go into the Copi Center, which is a cultural center for the history of Loíza, which is this coastal community, which has a great history that you should research. So the bicycles are $10 an hour. They don't have gears, but so far I haven't needed it. And you just give your driver's license to the person working there. They hold on to it till you come back. You pay $10 up front, and then $10 per hour. So if you're gone for 3 hours, when you come back, you'll pay the additional $20. As soon as you come into Piñones, there is you take the first right, and there's parking right there where the cultural center is to rent the bicycles. I'll put a link in the description for the location, as well as the Fodors travel book on Amazon if you wish to purchase that for yourself. I think it's $20. So as I mentioned, only 10 minutes from the airport. Oh, I can see the mountains of El Yunque in the distance. That's the Cordillera, I think they call it Cordillera de Luquillo, the Luquillo Mountains and the rainforest of El Yunque. Wow, impressive. This is an amazing journey. So you definitely have to use some caution when you're riding on the boardwalk here. As you can see, there are several gaps in the wood and holes, even spots where you can just fall off the edge onto the beach. And you don't want to fall off the edge over here. Just a gorgeous day though, sunny, beautiful, the ocean is gorgeous. This is what the perfect Puerto Rico island day looks like. Okay, so now that we have the bicycle, let's check out what we can explore around Piñones. Let's find some local street food so we can mark off our 5 most favorite local street foods on the island. Here we go. El Kiosko El Boricua. Forget McDonald's and Taco Bell. In Puerto Rico, a beachside kiosk like this one is the place to go for fast food. El Kiosko El Boricua ticks all the boxes for fried Puerto Rican goodies with alcapurria, arepa, and bacalaíto among the items on offer. Very nice. Says it's open and has a phone number here as well, directions, etc. So let's jump on our beach cruiser here and head out to explore Piñones. Just rolling on down the boardwalk here. It's really an amazing day. It's just so beautiful. We just passed Halloween, so this is the first week of November, and the weather has turned a little bit cooler. I think the high today is going to be maybe 88, but this is really spectacular. Just an amazing day for a ride out here on the boardwalk in search of some local food. So let's head out and find the Kiosko El Boricua. So I can smell the wood burning. I know I'm close to Kiosko El Boricua because they cook their oil fryers over wood, and I can smell the burning wood from here. It just smells so amazing. So here we are, we're close. Just stopped by El Kiosko El Boricua to pick up some local favorites. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the bichos, which is basically shish kebabs or meat on a stick. Seriously, it's like one of the most amazing places I've ever been. And I've had bichos all over the island, but this one is so perfectly grilled with barbecue sauce. It's really nice. This is definitely one of my favorite things to eat here on the island, and so it's definitely making my top 5 dishes to eat here in Piñones. I also got an acerola juice, jugo de acerola, which is like a Caribbean cherry. It's so good. This is without alcohol. In fact, they don't sell alcohol there at that particular kiosk, but it's one of the most famous kiosks on the island, and that particular one they cook over a wood fire to heat the oil to fry all these delicious things like bacalaíto, alcapurria, etc. They also have tacos and things like that. I got the pinchos, which came with the bread, also the alcapurria, the bacalaíto, the jugo de acerola, and a bottle of water was $16. Unbelievable. Next on the list is delicious fried bacalaíto, which it's like a deep fried codfish batter, which is also a popular street food on the island. Also making my top 5 foods you have to eat when you're on the island. So maybe not the healthiest dish, but so delicious. Some of them come out, they're like the size of your chest. This one is more of a medium size, which is amazing. It's so crispy and salty and fishy and delicious. Such a tradition here in Puerto Rico. So amazing. Very delicious again. Now, I'll be honest, this is the first time that I've ever been to this particular Kiosko El Boricua here in Piñones. It's a little bit farther down the beach. I normally go to Donde Olga, which also has great bacalaíto and alcapurria. But this, because it's in the book, the travel book Fodors, it actually is living up to its reputation. Everybody there was super nice as well. And it's just a great place. So highly recommend this stop. The book recommends it. I recommend it. 100% amazing. So greasy and so delicious. Okay, so the third and final thing that I got at Kiosko El Boricua is alcapurria. This is one of my favorite things, and I've become quite a connoisseur of these actually. But this is a masa or a dough stuffed with, this one is stuffed with ground beef, but there's also some stuffed with lobster, shrimp, you name it. Anything found on the island, we're gonna stuff it into an alcapurria. Let's check this out. Delicious. Again, for all you health nuts out there, this is not for you. This is a street food that is famous here on the island. It's deep fried, it's delicious, it has this amazing flavor. I don't even know what to say, what to call it, but it's definitely something you have to try. And they mix it up in a banana leaf, which I think is also very interesting. So again, one of my top 5 things you have to try here in Piñones. So amazing, I can't stop eating. Delicious. Well, so far, Piñones is really turning out to be amazing. So we rented the bicycle, we explored the boardwalk, as mentioned. Be careful, it can be a little dangerous out there. Then we went to Kiosko El Boricua, tried some amazing frituras and local food, like the bacalaíto, which I love, alcapurria, and some local fruit juices, which is actually very common here on the island. So far, this book is really good. And I think that, let's see, we're gonna keep exploring around the nature trail here, and then we're gonna end up at another restaurant called El Nuevo Acuario. So let's see where this adventure takes us, the next phase of our trip around Piñones. Make sure you pack water and sunscreen. I'm slathered up with some SPF 100 right now, but they do sell some Powerade and waters where they rent the bikes. And as I mentioned, they also rent kayaks. So if you want to kayak around the body of water there by the marina, you can do that as well. Wow, so beautiful. You know, this is actually much more relaxing and beautiful than I had expected. So here we open up into a beach area where there's parking. So if you don't want to go on the trail, you can also just come down to any one of these beaches and park. Gorgeous, beautiful day. So yeah, it's about noon now and it's getting a little hot. I think the high was going to be 88 today, but just a perfect day. As I mentioned, this shallow, clear water over here is at least 85 degrees because the ocean temperature today is 85, and this is like a little posita, a little swimming pool. Okay, so I was coming down and I realized that this is the area where you cross the road. So if you keep going in that direction, it just kind of ends. So we're gonna watch out for cars here and go ahead and cross. Yes, and then the trail looks like it picks right back up here, which is what my friend Alexis was telling me at the bike rental shop. You know, I was noticing that there's all these pine needles laying on the path, and they have these giant Australian pine. This is kind of a side path going into the bosque, into the forest. And these big nests up here, they call them comahen. I think they're termites. That's what these big nests are. Wow, this is really beautiful. Definitely got to watch out for some holes here. This looks a little precarious. Well, it's certainly getting hot out here. As you can tell, I'm glistening, but I don't care. This is not a YouTube video about being beautiful. This is a YouTube video about being adventurous and going places, meeting new people, trying new things, and just seeing the world. But I've got to tell you, you're going to see a lot on this one island. But you may know, but there's actually over 140 islands that belong to Puerto Rico. So not just this island, but Vieques, Culebra, which if you visit my channel, and please feel free to subscribe if you like this content. But if you visit my channel, you're going to see I have a video going out to the islands of Culebra and Vieques, and also well, pretty much everywhere. Scuba diving, the bioluminescent bays here on the island. Wow, this is gorgeous. Hold on, let me flip this around. Okay, well that was amazing. So now we're gonna head back on the trail, and we're gonna head back towards the main part of Piñones. And by then, after this little appetizer of frituras here, we're probably build up an appetite for some cocktails and some beachfront food. And we're gonna round out our top 5 foods that you must try when you're here on the island. And that's definitely gonna include mofongo, because everybody loves mofongo. So let's get back on the trail and head back towards the bike rental place. So a little detail I noticed about this bicycle here. Let me get a close up for you. Anybody who knows the name Papa Doc knows that his real name was Clarence. He went to Cranbrook. That's a private school. If you know that movie reference, put it in the comments. I'll be super impressed. Okay, so we made it back to the main area. Piñones and El Nuevo Acuario was closed. So I've heard about this place called the New Reef, which was literally right next door on the beach. And so amazing. I actually can't believe the experience I had there. I was super surprised. One of my friends had recommended this place a long time ago and I hadn't been there yet. But truly amazing. So finishing out 5 dishes that you have to try on the island. This was mofongo and arroz blanco con habichuela. So this is red beans and rice. And then mofongo, this was mofongo stuffed with mariscos, which is, a variety of shellfish. But I think I saw some octopus in there and some clams, like literally everything. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever eaten. So kind of buttery, garlicky, a little bit of bacon in there. It's a mature plantain or plátano. So a great meal, unbelievable. Even the mojito, when I first sat down and ordered a mojito, it had blueberries and strawberries in it. It was really spectacular, just unbelievable. Then I followed that up with a cold medalla, which is an island classic here. So the book was really good, the Fodors. So we hit all the places in there, the bike rental, the Kiosko El Boricua, that was amazing for some frituras. And then the only thing was that the Nuevo Acuario wasn't open. To me, it was 100% worth it to go just across the street, right on the beach, and have a great meal overlooking the ocean. You could see Isla Verde and El Morro in the distance and Old San Juan. So really fantastic, and like you can see behind me, everybody is swimming in the posita here. So this restaurant for me gives way better vibes just because it's right on the beach. There's a staircase you can go down after you eat or before, and just swim in the posita, the little pool that they have here below the restaurant. So unbelievable. Everybody's having a great time. It's a super chill Tuesday. It's like nobody's here, which is the best time. So it's just been a perfect day, We rode about 2 miles each way on the trip, so 4 miles total on a bicycle that cost $30 to rent, and it's just been fantastic. So if you come to the San Juan area, this is going to be a great option for you, straight out of a travel book. It's just a wealth of nature and ambiance here on the island. So anyway, if you like this video, remember, subscribe and check out my other videos around the island of Puerto Rico, because there's so many places that I've visited and so many places that we're going to visit. So check it out, grab a mojito, grab a medalla, and let's just enjoy the day. Live in the moment. This is it. This is our moment.